Hey, so I was like thinking about the fact that I haven't really done makeup. Like I've been doing a lot of explainy things recently, and I haven't really just done like a makeup tutorial. So I thought that we would sit down and play with a new eyeshadow palette because when I saw it, I was like, I need to give them more love. And it's Melt Cosmetics. So Melt comes out with a lot of my favorite collections. They are very, I would say that they release things like not frequently, not like infrequently, but they're also not just like pumping out products constantly, it feels like. And also they put like a lot of time into their collections, which I really love. They recently came out with their new Blueprint collection, and honestly, just looking at the packaging, I was like, I respect it, you know? Look at this fucking palette. Without even, it was the outside. I was like, concept, love it, okay? Just fucking look at it. Would you look at it? Would you just look at it? Oh, would you just look at it? I love it. Oh, it's so fantastic. It looks like Leonardo's notebook. You know what I mean? Obsessed. So I always really appreciate their packaging, and the products are always like, they're fantastic. I love them. All of their liquid lipsticks I have. I love their eyeliners. They came out with eyeliners. I should show you the inside of the palette, huh? So this is it. Ooh, pretty. You know what I mean? Just like rich and velvety looking. Pretty obsessed. I realize these aren't like groundbreaking colors or anything, but the way they just looked really fabulous, and I wanted to play with them. That's it. I wanted to give Melt more love because I love their products and I feel like I never talk about them. So we're gonna do that. That's basically it. I don't know, I'm gonna freeform this shit. So I'm gonna prime with my Anastasia primer. I did film my like flawless glowy base earlier, so I'm probably gonna have to like bake or something because these are very pigmented and I'm very worried about fallout, but we'll see what happens. So yeah, we're literally just doing eyes, that's it. Also, I have been thinking about doing, because I obviously did Twiggy for Halloween, I did Edie Sedgwick for Halloween a few years ago, but I've been thinking about expanding my celebrity, if you can hear my boyfriend talking, just, you know what I mean? Curse him with bad voodoo, like I am right now. And also the dump truck. No, it's fine. Everything's fine. Anyway, I've been thinking about doing more like celebrity, like I really want to do a Marilyn Monroe. What is this? Can someone please tell me what that is? Why are you doing this to me? I've been so dry recently. It's very irritating. Okay, so I'm actually gonna go in with a little bit of the KKW Beauty #1 baking powder underneath my eyes. So basically just light amounts just to protect from fallout. I always get it on like my nose and stuff. And hopefully we can just prevent, oh, I look so creepy right now. Hopefully we can just like prevent a lot of fallout. I think I'm gonna go in with a little bit of a bronzer to begin with. You know what, I'm actually going to use, I'm gonna start off with my contour shade, the light contour shade from the Dior Backstage Contour Palette, just in my crease, using a fluffy brush. This is the Morphe M573. I just need something to like create a base. And I kind of just want to like go in and get smoky. So I'm gonna bring it all the way in and then blend out. So just kind of like this whole area. And I guess we'll just deal with my scaly eyelid. I don't know what the fuck's going on there. And then I'm just gonna pick up a tiny bit of that and run it under my eye bag. Just because I know I'm gonna do that later, so like why not just do it now, you know what I mean? Why do I keep leaning like that? Where am I going? Okay, now we've got a little bit of a base. So I'm gonna go in with Hammered, which is this beautiful like rusty reddish brown. I'm gonna use, how do I not have any clean brushes right now? I'm going to use the Morphe M456 brush. I love to see it. Dip my brush in, not a lot of kickback, lots of pigment, hardly anything comes off when I tap it. Rich and velvety. I'm gonna bring this up to my brow, kind of accentuating my eye socket. I'm gonna place it down first and then go in and finish blending. So I've got my shape. Now I wanna just wipe off my brush and then with just bigger motions, kind of like buff around the edges. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of that bronzer. Blend a little more. I like all the colors. I don't know what to do here. Oh, they're all so nice. Fuck. What do I do? There's too many options. I like want to use the blue because it's really interesting. Okay, controversial. So what I'm gonna do now, all right, hold on. I'm gonna build this up just a teeny bit more. I really want to deepen this area right here. So I definitely used a dirty brush that had shimmer all over it, and it's putting shimmer all over my lid. It's fine. All right, I'm gonna use this little guy by Sigma. This is the domed pencil brush. Super random. Probably seems super random. I'm gonna pick up Deadbolt, which is this blue shade. Focus on it. And I'm going to pack it on the outer part of the lid. Should I try my finger? Ooh. Oh yeah. These kinds of shadows always just go on better with your finger. Love that. I have to do it the same way on both eyes. But yeah, finger is where it's at for sure. I'm gonna lightly pat that almost to the center. Because in the center, I'm gonna apply, oh, rude. I'm gonna apply Hot Wire, this golden shade. And I'm just gonna use my finger. So directly in the center, and then lightly tapping slightly into the inner corner, and then tapping into that blue a little bit, just so there's like a tiny bit of overlap, you know? And then, using my pinky, I'm gonna pick up Skylight, the light tealy turquoise blue. It looks very white on my monitor, but, and I'm gonna place this in the inner corner. And then blend that, or tap that over the gold. So we're like one of those lollipops, or the popsicles, where it's like red, white, and blue. But like blue, gold, and blue. Not having fake nails really makes a difference, man. You can like actually use your fingers for stuff. Okay, and surprisingly, not that much fallout. So I'm going to, I want to add more brown. I always do this. So I'm gonna add more brown. I'm gonna pick up some more hammered and just intensify around here. I'm just trying to figure out my ratios here so that it looks good and not like stripes, you know? All right, let's go into the lower lash line. I'm gonna do my, I'm gonna do my waterline, and I wanna use, what do I wanna use? Do I wanna play up the gold? I guess so. I'm gonna use this by House Labs. This is Dazzled Identify Pencil. Okay, I'm gonna start like kind of in reverse. So I'm gonna grab the ColourPop E28 brush and apply hot wire to the inner part of the lower lash line. So right here, just to like, I don't know, it works with that waterline color. You guys can probably like really hear my boyfriend talking, and I'm just gonna tell you that like I don't care, because we both work from home right now and we both just have to deal with it because unfortunately he has a job too. And then using the BH number 10 brush, kind of like a pencil brush, I'm gonna pick up that first blue, Deadbolt. Wait, do I wanna use a blue? No, just kidding. I'm actually gonna use Hammered, that brown. I love being able to look into the monitor for blending my lower lash line. And then using that same brush, I'm just gonna wipe it off. I'm actually gonna pick up Dim Out, this dark blue, focusing on the very tip of the brush, and I'm gonna use that on the very outer corner. Obsessed. Absolutely obsessed. I kind of want to use their gel liner. So they have two of them. They came out with slate and then steel, and one's shimmery and one's not. This one's like shimmery and this one is matte. I think I'm gonna use the shimmery one because like what's going on in our eyes right now? I just don't know what brush to use. I never apply gel line, like pot gel liners. This makes me really nervous. I think I'm gonna use the Hank & Henry Maya brush, which I think is a brow brush. That's what I'm gonna use. It seems like it would work. So I'm gonna pick up a little bit on this angled brush. And then I'm gonna kind of like wipe it off in the cap. Oh, I'm so nervous about this. Yeah, I don't know how to use this stuff. I don't know how to make it like show up because I feel like that doesn't look like anything. This always happens to me with gel liners. Maybe it'll just look like an extension of the eyeshadow. How do I build this up? I mean, it looks cool, but like, I just don't know how to build it up. We did not get too much fallout. I just dusted away the baking powder. I'm gonna mist my face with the Veil Soft Focus by Hourglass mist. Actually, you know what? For the inner corner, I'm just gonna use that light blue again, Skylight. I was gonna use a different thing, but, and I'm just using a little BH brush, just packing it on the tip, and then I'm gonna place it like right in the inner corner, kind of buff it. Okay, I just applied mascara and then popped on my, House of Lashes Patrick Ta It's a Look. They're the best. I don't know what to tell you. All right, so this is the finished look. What do we think? I think it's pretty bomb. All right, guys, that's it for this video. I know it was like basically just an eyeshadow tutorial, but I haven't done something like that in a while. And I know that you guys really enjoy these kinds of things, like smoke and creativity. Highly recommend the palette. I think it's beautiful. I did have a tiny bit of trouble blending that like first brown shade, but my eyelids have been really dry, you saw, for some reason. So I kind of think that it has something to do with that, but the colors are really beautiful. Obviously the finish is stunning. And you can obviously see it. Sometimes people get freaked out by like warm shades with cool shades like this, like blue and then these warms can be kind of intimidating. But even if you blend them or blend them into each other, you know, it kind of just creates this like bomb ass like jewel shit, you know what I mean? All right, guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you want to see more like smoke. Happy to do more smoke. I can definitely sprinkle in some more like fun makeup tutorials on top of all the informational shit, you know? If you have this palette, let me know what you think. Okay, bye.